That's what I say to the leaders of just about every country on planet Earth. On all of you. Welcome to Sick of Shit Broadcasting. I'm Mr. Sick of Shit. Because just like you, I'm sick of the shit. Everywhere. Oh, honey. This is mostly just what's going on here in the United States. But also throughout the world. I'm going to talk about both. This might take a little bit longer than you would normally want me to take. And most of this was just not even 3 minutes of one broadcast. Oh, okay. Russia, of course, as we know, at war with Ukraine. Poland with Belarus. Taiwan with China coming. Greece with Italy. Iran with Israel. Saudis with Yemen. And of course, the U.S. at war with practically the entire world. Whether they've declared it yet or not, they might as well just go ahead and call an assembly of Congress and declare war with the entire world. Thanks to Mr. Metamucil. Quite a few cities throughout this country have already basically made it legal for us to kill each other. Pretty much. That's what they've done. So when you get down to the truth of it, depending on where you live, the government is already at war with the people. Examples. Several cities in California, as well as Oregon, Illinois, you name it, throughout the country have made stealing under $1,000 worth of merchandise legal. So you know what that means. It means as long as you steal under $1,000, you can do that all day long at different places and not have to worry about getting into any trouble. And that's what people have been doing for quite some time now. And then after they get all this stuff throughout the course of however much time they spend doing it, they go and sell it. And it's perfectly legal. Just a minor offense. And of course, the cops don't come for that because it's a Class D misdemeanor. Now, people are getting robbed at the pump and having their car stolen. So watch out, folks. Watch out. There will be 3 of them, if not more, that will do this to you when you are by yourself. Chicago now informs their people that home invasions are now legal. Some places, it's legal for the homeless to pitch a tent in your yard and live there. At this point, if you live in Chicago, they can break into your house and stay there if they want to. So, if these things are legal now there, what are the ramifications for the person who owns that property? Good question. Very good question. It has also, in Chicago, been made legal to threaten a politician, likely, they're claiming it's politicians across the board, but I'm sure that this is only going to apply to conservative politicians. No doubt. It's legal to threaten a politician. It is now legal to not only threaten, but also assault a police officer in Chicago. So what happens if these politicians and police officers get assaulted or threatened and they do what needs to be done to defend themselves? I would say that the bet is pretty safe to say that they'll likely go to prison. Or if they're a cop, they'll lose their job just for defending themselves. Now, as if all this isn't bad enough, what happens if the railroads do strike? Think about it, folks. You got 62% less of everything going to the places where you need to get what you need. And within a week, we'll probably be seeing the evidence of that 62% less. So, likely, people will be flooding into grocery stores, department stores, what have you, when they open, will likely be lined up in a very long line before these places even open, and very likely within just a couple of hours they will be cleaned out. People will be scoping out the places to find out when the next shipment is coming in. They'll get the word out to people that they know, screw everybody else, and the same thing will happen repeatedly all over again. What do you think is going to happen when this comes down? Think about it. It ain't gonna be pretty at all. The EU has made it illegal to have your thermostat set above 60 degrees in the winter. Water also cannot be set above 60 degrees, and if you do not obey this law, you are subject to, depending on where you live, up to 3,000 francs, euros, pounds, what have you, a day. And also subject to potentially 3 to 5 years in prison. The world has gone mad. California wants everyone that lives there to stop driving cars that have a combustible gasoline engine. But because they're having a record heat wave of 118 degrees plus on a daily basis, now they tell their residents, don't charge your car at home, because you could be putting too much strain on the grid and it might go down. They're already having rolling blackouts, and they're probably not the only ones. I noticed a couple of times this past summer that our thermostat, it only happened twice, but it did happen, and there was no logical explanation for it other than that the power company here did it themselves. We could not get the thermostat to come back on. And it wasn't really even an excessively hot day. So, it's not like we had not ever in the past had days that temperature and hotter, and there was never any need for that. So why was there a need for it now? It's all a bunch of bogus bullshit. There's no doubt in my mind. The Swiss are warning their people that they are fully expecting to have to start jailing people for protests that they believe are coming because of all this issue with the power. Yeah. Because they expect that these are not going to just be protests. They're going to be ugly riots, and they're probably right. I might be rioting too. I don't know why people are up at arms, especially in places like Chicago. That woman, oh my God, that Lightfoot woman is, I don't know if she's insane, evil, or both. Insanely evil, we'll just put it that way. Folks, expect it to just keep getting worse. Canadian Prepper said 2 weeks ago, get out of the city now if you can. That was 2 weeks ago. By the way, I would suggest listening to him. He's a wealth of information. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit signing out. Also, Texas Boys family. Listen to them. Very good family to listen to. Awesome. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit signing out.